I'll tell you what I know. I know that, in fact, too many kids that begin with pot end up with heroin, then on to LSD. I know that if you drink, you suffer a loss of judgment if you drink to excess. But I also know that judgment returns when you sober up. I know, and so do you. When you flip out on an acid trip, you never know when you're going to slip out again.
Do you want whipped cream?
This is now, Bentley, not a couple of years ago. We've had time now to see and study the effects of LSD.
Okay.
People who haven't had a dose in weeks sail out on another trip. They never know when. The minute they drop one acid capsule or ingest it in any way, they bought the farm. They've lost any chance to depend on and even restore that most precious of all inner senses, judgment. And in my way of thinking, without judgment, you might as well be dead. Your brain is, so why not the rest of you?
We were talking about marijuana.
We still are. Marijuana is the flame, heroin is the fuse, LSD is the bomb. So don't you try to equate liquor with marijuana, mister, not with me.
Come here.
You may sell that jazz to another pothead, but not to somebody who spends most of their time holding some sick kid's head while he vomits and retches sitting on a curbstone at 4 o'clock in the morning. And when his knees get enough starch back in him so he can stand up and empty his pockets, you can bet he'll turn out a stick or two of marijuana. And you can double your money. He'll be holding a sugar cube or a cap or two. So don't you con me with your mind expansion slop. I deal with kids every day. I try to clean up the mess.
He starts screaming at her. I'm like, listen, bro, it's a woman. Like, you're a grown man. Like, how tough do you feel yelling at a woman?
Speaking of, we just have to do that comedians episode, don't we? Which is insane. You just have to be such a bitch. Let's record earlier. It's fucking 5:30 in the morning. We're finally recording. It is your fault though, in a lot of ways.
It's my fault in zero ways.
You were like, let's stop at 12:30. And I was like, all right. My phone's facing down. The screen's not even pointing upward. I figured, yeah, Robbie will shut this party down at 12:30. They're like, oh hey, look, it's 2 o'clock. Whoops, sorry. And you were like,
yeah, I did do that.
And then you were like, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And at 12:30, you were like, yeah, we'll start at 12:30. So we can hang out till 2:30, record at 2:30. Well, instead, you let us hang out over there till 2 o'clock. Now it's fucking 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, because now we have to record now. So you really did shit the bed.
I did shit the bed.
And then you're like, Alex.
You're right. Then I threw it in your face. I'm a bad person.
I know, man.
I really am a scumbag.
It's really tough. And you get the reputation of being the nice guy.
Yeah, I don't know how I conned my way.
I don't know how either, because you're not that slick any other way. But somehow
if only I could figure out how I did it, so I get implied elsewhere.
It's the character customization, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You put all of your skill points.
Yeah, all my attributes.
Yeah, all of your you max out that. You had to subtract points on dick size, but you got to max out fucking.
I don't know if it was worth it.
Yeah, like, hey, everyone thinks I'm a nice guy. Hey man, cross the bear. It's probably not. We need to go to bed. We'll just leave it on the whole. It's 5 in the morning. Rob's got a tiny penis, so. No, don't worry. I'll spare your dignity.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks, little boat. Damn right. I can remember the last time I was goddamn wrong.
You sounded just like him.
Good thing you responded to that genuine laugh with the microphone nowhere near your face.
I think.
Hey, let me scratch myself. You goddamn pig bastard. Oh, so unfair. Well, it's entirely these working conditions. Robbie, how do you talk? How do you speak a little bit?
I got nothing to say, bro.
How do you get a little bit of something to say?
Wait if you start this shindig.
Huh?
Wait if you start this shindig.
What? What are we talking about, smart guy?
I don't know. You keep saying to get to the point of the episode. You never get to the point of the episode.
I'm feeling a little like Jon Stewart here. You ever been in a pool?
Yeah, I've been in the pool.
Yeah. You ever been in a pool while high?
I have been now.
Now you have been. If only we had the forethought to record prior to this experience for you. Because, you know, hey, man, it's not my first day at the rodeo, you know? I've been around the block. This wasn't me turning over a new page, right? This was me going back a couple chapters. But for you, it was new, unforged territory, right? It was new ground. You broke. What do they call it? What do they say when they're making a building? They're breaking
ground.
Breaking. Is that really all they said?
Yeah,
breaking ground.
breaking
That's
ground.
interesting.
I broke ground.
Yeah.
I had my first
weird. Yeah.
high swimming experience.
Must have been pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
It's pretty fun. Turns out, for anyone who was curious, weighing the before and the after, having a pool versus not having a pool, turns out, believe it or not, having one
It's
way
actually,
cooler. Yeah,
really
way
cool,
better.
Actually. I didn't realize how cool it was.
Yeah, I had an inclination. I had my suspicions, but then it's like, you know, you get there and it's a lady fucking a horse.
You get there, and it really is when you get there, it's just swimming high.
Yeah.
That was stupid as hell.
What even was the thought behind that? No, it's pretty fun swimming around, you know? I'm excited. I got good prospects on the horizon. I'm thinking, shit, end of summer, right? Just be super jacked, super tan. Pretty good plan, pretty good ambition. Will I follow through? I don't know. I'm crossing my fingers. I got that early summertime happiness, you know?
Well, good thing the pool took like 6.5 weeks
Exactly.
after the due date.
I
so
got to
you could
really
get
lock in
there and
my
work
yeah,
out
exactly.
soon.
I got to spend like, that 3-month limbo of like, well, when's this gonna happen? Anything?
No,
Nice. You think you can do this right now?
I don't know.
Nice. I don't know. What's going on?
Huh?
What's going on?
I don't know. I think I got so used to doing it not high. Now doing it high seems scary.
Because you did like
Maybe
2
all the ti-
episodes not high.
Yeah, and I was fucking killing on those episodes.
Now you're just like,
I also don't know if there's nothing to talk about with this.
there actually is.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to edit out the last like 40 seconds. Well, come on, dude, get a little energy.
It's not my fault. It's 5:30 in the morning.
It's kind of your fault. We established it's kind of your fault. It's 5:30 in the morning. You sleepy son of a bitch. And why don't you hit yourself a little harder? Why don't you twist your nipples a little bit, See, you're a sick, twisted deviant, just low life. The fact that I said it as a joke, and the fact that I look over and I see you actually doing it is just depraved in so many ways.
South Park thing.
It's not funny at all.
It's very funny.
I said it as like a goof, and then you come out here actually touching yourself like that.
I didn't actually touch myself.
Yeah, okay, that's not the first time Robbie's had to say that out loud. No. Like, we saw your hand. That was my sweatshirt, and like, yeah, but we saw your sweatshirt was over your pants. No.
Nope. No, it was elsewhere.
That was someone. Yeah, you don't even make eye contact. You're looking to the side like, no, someone else.
It wasn't me. You have me mistaken.
Yeah, you have a lot of things mistaken, because not only is the pool fun, but you also came into it. You were like, yeah, I'm 30 years old and I just I don't know how to use flippers. Turns out you've been harboring this hatred towards using flippers for the last 30 years.
Yeah, basically learned how to swim finally.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's weird. We're having a normal conversation out there. We're paddling along. We're slicing through the water. And you're just like, yeah, it's weird. I've never actually held through my nose once underwater. It's like, that's weird. Yeah, I actually inhale. I don't know.
Yeah, when I go under, I just take big inhales.
Oh, I can't turn upside down. My ears clog. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucked up.
You're like fucking Gerbies, dude.
Yeah, I really am.
You're like, yeah, I have a unusually small urethra. I don't know what to tell you.
That's why I'm having such a hard time with my ears.
Exactly, man. Those ears. It's all, yeah, you've seen those diagrams of the human body where it's just like all the different nerve endings and all the connections and all the vessels and all the blood and whatnot. There's definitely one of those where it's just like just ear direct connection to.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Exactly. It's why when you burst your fucking eardrums, your dick hurts.
Exactly. I can't help it if I have.
It's like, yeah, like when someone gets shot in a movie and there's that pause, and then they make eye contact, and there's that dramatic, slightly longer pause. Like there's a pause from the gunshot where they brace themselves, like they look at their hand, it's got blood on the palm, and they look up.
They're shot.
Then they look up at the person who's across from them. There's even a longer pause of them just lingering, looking at each other, and then the blood comes out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Same thing applies here. Everyone knows, like, whenever someone pulls out the very, it's like the Iron Lotus, it's entirely banned. Someone pulls out the double clap on someone's face, on someone's head.
Yeah, the
double claps the ears, the forbidden double clap. Right? What happens? Same dramatic pause, except for now you just bleed right from the dick.
Yeah, it's happened to me 1,000 times.
It's happened to
Every time I go in the pool, that's why that's why I couldn't swim.
I'll be honest, man. The pool has its pros, right? The flippers are pretty fun. Swimming around
Those
is
are
cool.
amazing. I find out how to do it. All I can think about is I want to swim with the dolphins.
I know, man. You want to get humped by the dolphins.
I want to get humped by the dolphins. I want to hump the dolphins.
Sometimes humping is helping. No, the lights are fun. You're thinking, Alex, the lights are fun. What is this, 1812? What do you mean the lights are fun? We all know what lights are. It's like, yeah, man, when you go in the water.
Have you ever seen lights in the water,
Exactly.
man?
It's the whole Jon Stewart thing all over again. It's like, yeah, have you ever been in a pool before? Yeah. You ever been in a pool with lights? Yeah. You ever been high in a pool with lights?
Yeah, it's totally different.
It's totally different. You're swimming around in this aqua green. You're like, holy shit. I never knew water could look like this.
Yeah, I thought I was swimming in the actual ocean a few times.
You're telling me I can have my pool-colored sangria? Wait, you're telling me there's shows of a light show, and there's one called Cool Cabaret? Voodoo? Juju?
That one really was voodoo juju.
Wow. I'm impressed. Maybe it was worth a 9-month wait.
Well, that's what the wait was for. I was
Yeah.
getting a special light shows.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, we're trying to figure out this wiring.
It's a wire per show.
Exactly. It's like when you open up a wire, you strip the copper, and you see like there's a bunch of different. Yeah. It's like or a soda fountain. You know how it all comes back to the main thing for that little soda gun, man's greatest invention. Okay. Proof of this, right? Picture you're at a bar. What's cooler than being at a bar? You're at a bar with a super hot bartender. What's cooler than a super hot bartender?
A super cool.
No, a super hot bartender who's just like expertly using that soda gun. Right? Seeing a master of her craft. That's sexy. The other option is what? Fucking seeing someone just rub a towel on a glass.
Yeah.
Most overdone gesture ever in a bar. Yeah, I'm just cleaning these glasses. Okay. I'll go back to my conversation. Then, too, not only is it a pool, right? Not only is it some pool, okay? It's not just some piece of shit chlorine piece of shit pool, right? What is it? It's a saltwater pool,
my friend.
Oh, my God. What's that like? Tell you this, believe it or not, a little salty. The first couple of days, the pool was operating under the guise of being a normal pool before the salt went in, because that somehow took like another 6 days.
Well, they had to ship the salt.
Well, yeah, first you got to find a knife. I have a knife. You can borrow my knife.
My salt guy's a drought right now.
There's a lot of red tape about that kind of stuff. I got to find the right salt, the right knife, cut open this bag, and pour it in your pool for you. I could do it. You don't want to do that. It's pretty risky stuff. Okay.
You need professional gloves.
Yeah, that's weird. You're wearing shorts.
Yeah, well, you don't need you need the gloves is really the important thing.
Yeah, but you're also wearing shorts and calf high socks.
Yeah, I'm not pouring my legs.
Yeah, sir, your hat has one of those ties around it so it doesn't fall off of your head. You're not a professional of anything.
No, that's how you know he's professional, actually. That's
You look like Colby from Survivor. You're not a professional. But it tastes salty. It's good. Never thought I'd say that.
Feels good.
Feels like a very feminine thing to say. It feels good. That feels even more
good.
feminine.
It feels really good, actually.
No, the pool is soft, though. That's the best thing. You think about that. It's like, yeah, sure, I could go swim in the ocean. I could go swim in the disgusting ocean. Sure, why not? I can swim in the softest, most conditioned, most beautiful little blanket of a pool. Go upside down, look like I'm, traveling dimensions, right? Get real inquisitive under the water.
Sort shit out.
Yeah, exactly. Be introspective, Be like Percy Jackson, sink to the bottom of the pool and figure out what's going on in my life. I just gotta get the lung capacity of one of those Native American divers who go find pearls and shit, who just natural freeborn dive with no equipment, and just go 20 meters deep.
3 hours.
Yeah, I gotta get on that shit. Okay, I can't even imagine the thoughts I'd have if I could just sink underwater for an hour. I'd even take 15 minutes, dude. I'd take 5 minutes.
Nuts. 15 minutes.
Can you imagine just 5 minutes completely motionless on the bottom of the pool?
Yeah, if it was easier to sink, that'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah, that's actually the only problem you seem to have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's one of those
you're
things I can't
unnaturally
do.
buoyant or something.
It's like a superpower in me. I just can't sink.
Yeah, man. Hey, ladies, when the boat's going down, who you turn to, huh?
The guy who can't sink or the guy who's drowned?
Yeah, exactly. Your idiot boyfriend or me, Robbie No Sink.
Robbie No Sink.
Hey, Robbie's got dirty ears. Dirty ears, Robbie. However, again, to every pro there is a con. While it's cool seeing the steam dance off of the pool
That's really
in the
cool,
nighttime,
actually,
while it's awesome, right? You got these. You're telling me, Alex, you have deep blue / royal afternoon. Those colors are shining in the nightly abyss, and you're telling me there's steam coming off the pool because how hot you are in the middle of it, and it's it's going in the air and it's catching the light. That's awesome, isn't it? Yeah, it is awesome. Then you realize you're in the middle of a forest.
Oh yeah, it gets.
And all it does is accentuate the terrible atmosphere of the inevitable. It's like, well, who is it? Is it Ghostface? Is it Jason? Is it Michael? Is it Freddy? Is it the most feared Charles Lee Ray?
Well, if you notice, we haven't gotten pulled into that extra dimension quite yet. So
Not yet. It's gonna happen slowly. We're gonna first. It'll be something gentle, something comforting. We've been seeing a lot of frogs. Hell, a lot of frogs.
And then they started talking to each other when we were out there before. That was
the last one. It was cool. I saw one guy. Even today. He was above the skimmer. Coincidentally, I managed to smack a ball in the general direction. The thing falls, and when he gets sucked up in the skimmer, I think it's dead. I'm like, oh God, what have I done? Right? How will I ever recover from this? I go in there. I open the top, the 7,000-pound top with the. Hey, we're gonna put a stone here, a fake one, so it lifts. Well,
we're gonna cut it.
You've seen those,
I've seen those. Yeah.
Medieval. I can't think of the word. I can't think of mythology. Medieval. You know those medieval recreations of the stone and the sword.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. You can kind of pull it out a little bit.
It's fucking impossible.
You lift it up eventually. Eventually, if you're strong enough, you can be. You can Herculeanly lift it. You look inside. I do that. Somehow I guess it set him free. 'Cause the second I open up that top and the sun shines and he just darts out the other way. He's now stronger than the current. Goes swimming down. Does a whole entire, like, sincerely does the, fucking... He does the Ethan Hunt diving into the pool, swims around the whole thing, gets up, finds, his paradise on top of a pool noodle. I get him out of there. And when I get him out of there, what do I see? Him looking back suspiciously.
He knows.
Next guy I see, he's got an actual top hat on, wearing a jacket, had a cane. Each frog, at first it was a baby frog, then there was 3 baby frogs in a triangle. Interesting. So first it's going to be the frogs, then it's going to be some apparition of a very attractive woman, some that's inviting.
Well, I'm not actually all that scared for that stage.
Well, that part is fun.
Actually.
But that part's pretty much just like, let's get you real aroused, and then I'm gonna fade away and become scary quickly. You don't really get a lot of that's really more of a good start and a bad finish.
How long does the arousal last for?
Probably like a solid 12 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a nice. She's like it's a very seductive apparition, a very sensual spirit. You're like, wait, that's weird. You're in a flowing white gown. You're already soaking wet, but you haven't jumped in the pool yet. You're like, how is she? And then there's a weird lightning flash, and she like smiles for a second. She's like, it's low budget.
Open, just teeth.
No, very low budget. Just like copious amounts of eyeshadow for a split second, and then it cuts back. And you're like, wait, what did I just see?
The copious amounts of eyeshadow.
Because it's even sexier.
Yeah, exactly.
So now it's like shit. Maybe she's like a Jennifer's body sexy demon.
Now she's too sexy.
Exactly.
That's the scary part.
And there's even more steam coming off the pool, which makes it more even scary. And then you got to think about it. Is it Leatherface? Is it wrong turn inbred cannibals?
I'm actually thinking that's the most likely.
It's gotta be. You can't have that many trees. It's like the whole trees per capita. There's a ratio to how many inbred fucking you have there. I said it. I know what I said. I know what I said there. I'll get rid of it. I'll bury that shit.
Yeah, my money's on the inbred stuff for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because everyone knows every tree that's planted, there's at least 4 or 5 inbred running around.
Everyone knows that. But I don't know. It's been nice. You go out there, you swim. It's already a relaxing thing. But you go out there, you smoke a little bit, you swim. It's like twice the relaxation.
But then you go out there, you smoke, you swim some salt water.
It's 3 times.
I didn't even know it could get so relaxing.
Extrapolate that.
And you put the aqua lights on.
Yeah. You rub one out real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, put some candles on.
Yeah, sure. Put some candles on. Light candles.
Light some candles. Get a little broth going. For now, you got yourself a nice stew.
Thanks. I'm excited. It's gonna keep swimming, jacked and tan. It's gonna be pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna be too hot for all these fucking dildos listening right now. I'm about to fucking end the show.
Yeah.
Maybe it will be too out of this world. Remember in Community when the apple swells in Jeff's head? We're verging on very dangerous territory. But it is pretty cool. Meanwhile, outside the pool, outside the parameters of the pool, what's going on? Global conflict, perhaps another great war. Some hypothesize the greatest.
Yeah, it feels pretty close.
Feels pretty cool. Maybe at the end of summer we'll give some sort of big update on the whole Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Iran. Maybe we'll check in with Kuwait and Syria. Say hello to Afghanistan and Iraq. That'll probably be a longer episode, a little more in depth maybe. But right now, the micros. This pool, I don't know. Our life, small scale zoomed in. We're kind of aces right now. We're aces right now. We're on a roll recording too lately. If you think about it, we've kind of been firing on all cylinders. I kind of confided in you, because we were talking about it while we were swimming. We were saying damn, this has been real smooth sailing where we just kind of can talk about it. And I've been thinking, what has changed recently? There was a bit of a slump there where it's like, gosh, I just can't figure out what to say and when to say it. But suddenly we found our voices again. What do I think it is? Do I think there's a connection? I think there is. I think there always has to be something, For every reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And what does it look like? I clean up my shaft, my root, my meaty clankers. That one's for Lunchbox specifically. That I broke that one out the other night. Got a big laugh. Turns out whenever I use very silly words, it's a big clapping
like meaty.
Yeah, exactly, meaty. Or when I called Mike a pussy, he's like, "That's funny. That's good." It's like I'm always giving gold here. It's like one of the artists who's working for the record label and he's releasing great stuff and they don't like him. And his bullshit songs he throws out there for the pop, they can't help but eat it up. It's a sad world, us poets. It is very calming too, but it also is a little draining because coming out of the pool, it kind of you get so tired. You're just so tired from having such the luxury of swimming around and having a blast.
It's really hard.
It's really hard. like dealing with that is such a challenge because it's like you feel so relaxed and so calm and just,
It's not fair, honestly.
it's not fair. But then since you feel so good, it's like, shit, do I really want to, now have to do things such as talk when I can just really ride that high of having not a care in the world?
It's just stressful to have to even consider the option.
God. Think about all those bastards in the heat right now, just suffering. What are we doing?
Equal suffrage, man.
Dude, because we were just on such a high afterwards. You get out, it's so fun. You feel so good. It's like, how am I going to actually go ahead, sit down?
It's actually worse for us because we know how good it gets.
Exactly, I know. Those idiots, ignorance is bliss. How do you think though? First time, of course, it's not like you got to do a little gine with a pretty lady in the pool. It was unfortunately just us in the pool, which is a little less glamorous than it could have been.
No, I couldn't have asked for it to be any better.
I could. My first time ever smoking and swimming was in the ideal scenario with a pretty lady.
No way.
It was pretty cool, right? For a second.
You're lying.
No, yeah, I'm lying about this awesome story that come out looking like a real battle axe at the end of it.
All right, you know what? Fine, let's hear how cool this story is.
Yeah, right.
Let's see if my story's better.
It was one of those situations where like you're going to hang out with like you think it's gonna be 4 or 5 people, right? It's like a group thing, and then suddenly like a house of cards, they're all just pulling out. I guess it's just the 2 of us, right? And went from being 5 or 6 or 4 or 5, and it already dropped down to just 3 people, you included.
Nice.
And then so you knew when you got there, it's not gonna be all of us, just 3 of us hanging out. But then once you get there, coincidentally, suddenly it's like, oh shit, I guess that person's now just texting, they're not coming out. So it just really is the 2 of us, right? So it's boy and girl, and you're thinking this should be somewhere, right? And you're like, damn, we're gonna smoke, we're gonna swim. This is pretty cool. This is a fun time. This is like, this isn't your average Saturday night for everybody, right? What and then we go swimming and nothing fucking happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool story, right?
The story's going.
No. It was.
I'm really actually upset that's where the story went because I had a story that ended very similarly.
Yeah.
Similarly, I have a similar story to
Right,
that one.
sure.
And I was going to bring it up afterwards, like, oh yeah, tough guy, check out how cool this story is. But now
and
I
you
don't get
realize
that.
ours both ended in the same way. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I don't get that satisfaction.
I thought she'd have like an oral fixation, I thought she'd be sucking my fucking cock. And she did the complete opposite. She didn't somehow. Somehow she resisted.
Got ill from one hit of the puff.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought she'd be like, gosh, look at this beautiful God standing before me. Just the 2 of us. How could I not? And it turns out, apparently there's a will, there's a way. No interest, I guess. Hey, I was wrong. What's your story about?
Oh, my story was,
in the same ballpark. You know what? Your story, my story, so similar.
Well, mine's actually a little worse, I would say.
Yeah.
So I was
This is
supposed to
kind of like the moment in an anthology where like, all right, that was an okay segment, and they repeat the exact same premise for the next segment. It's like, isn't the whole point of these to be different from each other?
Well, they need to be connected somehow.
The same theme, the same through line. They're all about the way the wealthy really stomp over the poor.
So I was told that she was hanging out with her family, but I could
Nice.
come over if I wanted to.
Nice.
So I was like,
She's like, shit, hot sister, hot mom, I'm
yeah,
coming
like,
over.
Fuck yeah, I'm coming over.
You're like, you're telling me your dad's dead, right?
So I took like 50.
Your dad's dead. You got 2 brothers, right? One's in the army, and one's got a drug problem.
All right,
Just what, the 3 of you in the house? You need a man?
I would love to come swimming.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I was talking to Andy. He says your mom coming out of the gym doing Pilates. I'd love to come over.
So I go over, and I get there about 15 minutes late, trying to play it cool.
Right. Very
And
smooth.
it's not her family. It's a bunch of
Right.
kids from school who I
Nice.
don't know. I never
Nice.
talked to.
So then
And
you,
she
then you're like,
clearly-
you know what? I got the ace up my sleeve. I'll pretend to go to a different school.
And she didn't tell anybody I was coming over, so I just showed up in the middle of everybody's hangout.
Nice.
And then I proceeded to go into the opposite side of the pool and just kind of sit there for about a half
You
hour
were just-
before I left.
You were just everyone's standing there, they're having their conversation. You just kind of float in with your head half in the water, bobbing around.
Just the eyes.
Exactly. You go over there, you just like slowly spit out your water at someone. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks. Yeah. it was-
Unfortunately, though, you know
I
what?
think about it, it was pretty cool, actually.
The difference, though, was in your story, you didn't get any. And in my story, I also didn't get any.
But it sounds like you messed up in your story.
Well, no,
My
think...
story was clearly circumstance.
Right, that's a good point. All right. That's a good point. That's a good counterpoint. All right, sure. Your story, you didn't get any. My story, I didn't get any. However,
Can we
your
specify my story? I didn't get any.
right,
based on
circumstantial.
circumstance? Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, fine. So in my story, I completely was in the wrong, and it was all my fault. And I didn't get it. And in your story, it was like it just by happenstance.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't.
just want to make sure everything's clear for the
Yeah.
listener.
Okay, that's fair. That makes sense. The difference, though, was in my story, there wasn't much, if any, like public humiliation.
Oh, okay, mine had tons and tons of that.
Yours, however, had tons of it, and mine also had the whole point where it's like, shit, this didn't go the way I had hoped in my head, but I am high. That's kind of nice. I feel nice. And then yours was just like you red face in the corner of the pool.
But you know what the
Very
best part
shameful.
was, though? I lived close enough so I could walk there, but it was far enough where it would have been nicer not having to deal with that walk and that shame.
Right. And not to mention, too, now you're wet, your thighs are chafing.
Yeah, so
Speaking of, I'll
pretty
tell
good
you.
day, really.
I'll tell you another, again, you think, surely, how could anything go wrong when a girl invites you over to go swimming, right?
Yeah.
Because you think pool, all good, only good things can come out of a pool. Turns out, I haven't had a pool in a while. I remember in Friends when Joey gets kneed on the recliner by Monica. I'm sorry, by Rachel, and he's like, "You need me in my mistas."
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Similar scenario, I got a bathing suit on, and I gotta take, I got a bathing suit on, and I'm thinking about seeing a man about a horse,
Mm-hmm.
and I go to do it. I guess I'm not paying close enough attention, and it's a tight, wet bathing suit on my muscular, thick thighs, and I guess I'm not paying enough attention of the prized jewels, and I fucking pull the bathing suit down just enough, and then the elastic snaps back, and suddenly, okay, my muscular thick thighs are the enemy. Okay, the goddamn polyester, whatever the hell, can't handle the constraints that's being put under, right? Of again my aforementioned muscular thick thighs. The elastic snaps back. Well, shit, where's it snapping back too? It's like three things. Really, kind of. I'll tell you this, believe it or not. Those two things, right? The two there, because there's three things total. But they're kind of, sure, it's a trio, but really it's a duo and a solo act, right? The duo kind of hang in a certain way with a little bit, you think like, hey, what if two things hang, right? Meaty clankers, what do you see? A middle space, right? So it's right in the middle. So thankfully the mistas were okay, but it's slapped like right there and right along the main contender.
The star of the show.
The absolute star of the show, the pound for pound best fighter, right? Slaps right into him. Guess what, dude? Welt.
Oh my god,
Bro, hurt, red, pain. I gotta nurse this shit back to health, So that was painful. That's kind of a drawback of the pool. So you're not careful. You're too much of in a quick fits to whiz. One thing goes left, one thing goes right, and suddenly you're just fucking whipped. And not in a fun way, in a very not fun way.
Well, much like my story before about circumstances, like that was just circumstantial because of the muscular thick thighs.
The musky again. That was who's to blame,
Sounds
really?
like that's a problem you run into all the time.
My God-given physique. Should I really cast stones in a glass house? But hey, even Achilles had his heel.
I'm trying to think of a good fucking pool story. I can't think of any stories I've had in the pool. Oh. How do I say this? What's actually funny?
We really need like
It's
another 10
just
minutes
stupid.
or so.
I have something, but it's just so stupid. It's not even worth saying.
Try it.
I guess I do have another pool story. You know how they say when you're young, all of your sexual quirks are formed by some traumatic thing that happened to you when you were young?
All right. Sure. You've seen Mindhunter?
Yes.
You watched Mindhunter on Netflix?
I perused a season or so.
Oh, wow. You watched that show on Netflix,
Yeah.
Mindhunter, with
Yeah.
Jesse St. James.
Yeah. And at some pool party in like second or third grade, the one girl, Alexa, decided that she didn't well, I guess she liked me. That's why she had to
Right.
sexually
she
assault
not?
me. Yeah, obviously.
Exactly.
She destroyed my back, just ripped her nails into my back, welted up
Wow.
my back, and now I love when chicks scrape into my back.
Nice, dude. Nice. So I thought I was gonna take a negative sharp turn. They're gonna say like, yeah, she made me wear a dress or something, and now I'm real like, now I just have to wear dresses.
No, that happened way earlier.
Yeah, okay. The dress thing's unrelated to the pool.
Unrelated to
Yeah.
the pool. You can't wear a
Yeah.
dress in the pool.
No, I thought it was like one of those cover, like when a woman wears like a coverall thing to get to the pool. Not like the cute Thai one where it's like a whole dress.
No. It was just very much a sexual fantasy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. I thought you were going to say, like, yeah, man, watching Night at the Roxbury as a kid, Molly Shannon, the way she's just, like, giving herself whiplash, man. I don't know. Something about it. And, like, yeah. And then I also really like the way Chris Kattan did that whipped cream thing. That was pretty sexy. And shit, that paired along with Ali Larder, that's probably where I got my whipped cream fixation from.
Exactly how it happened.
Exactly. It is interesting to think that your entire life, apparently, they're just like, yeah, shit, those first 5 years where you're not talking, you're actually soaking in a hell of a lot of shit.
It's shaping
Turns
everything
out
about you.
That really is setting you up in a lot of different ways. You're thinking like, well, yeah, so you guys ever see a snowball? You know, it starts off small, right? It just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. What do you think's more fun? First time swimming and getting a little toasty?
Mm.
Or when you really first, I guess, kind of essentially popped your cherry when we went, dollar store discount, fucking cutting up liter bottles and gravity bong in the bathroom, DIY style, and you're dying. It's also, you're double dying because the steam in the room, shower running, and, the dirty, dirty Mountain Dew smoke you're smoking.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
what the hell were we smoking? What was the metal thing? Was that a fucking
that would have been
a ratchet thing?
Yeah, it would have been.
That's insane.
With scaffolding tape and
fiberglass tape.
Yeah, I believe
that sounds
so.
safe.
Sounds pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think that's what we use. There's no way.
No, I'm almost 1,000% positive. And by 1,000% almost, I mean entirely, completely sure.
That's ridiculous. And I didn't stop you. Me, who worries about everything, just let that go.
You were too busy saying like, I got this. You're too busy being sure of yourself.
That sounds like me, actually.
Yeah, that does for some reason, dude. Most people go into a thing, and when they're like a novice at it, they think like, hey, I'm just here to soak up information. I'm here just to learn. Rob's like, no, I'm going to teach the fucking course. Let me take the lead. Let me take the reins here.
That's how I got to where I am today.
Again, think about how much green you went through saying you were doing it right without ever doing anything. Like, oh, you're supposed to inhale this? I thought it was just blown fucking,
Dude, I thought I had the highest
smoke.
tolerance of all time.
I know. And you realize, no, you've just been wasting and wasting and wasting.
Well, that's okay, though. You gotta break a few eggs, make an omelet.
That's true. Not to mention, too, though, we, at the time, were definitely smoking, admittedly, ditchweed.
True. What was your question? Was more about swimming at the pool or...
What was better first? Swimming high the first time?
Or swimming for the first time?
No.
Swimming high for the first time, getting high for the first time, but you had to make fun of me and say that I go to the smoking right. So what am I actually getting asked? What am I supposed to be answering right now? Just what's better, getting high or getting high in the pool?
Do you think you're a loser because you can't swim and get high? Or do you think you're a loser because you can't be high and swim?
I think it's because I'm a loser who can't be high and swim.
Okay. That clicks up a lot.
Yeah.
Let me get to the bottom of that. I'm going to work on that hole again, the aforementioned. Yeah, I can't turn because my ears clog and I can't.
That's a pretty big con in the pool,
Yeah.
actually. You know what's another big con? Too small. I swim too fast now with those
Yeah,
flippers.
two flippers,
I get
yeah.
from end to end in
I know,
fucking
90
2
like an
seconds
Olympic
flat.
size. You see those like crazy things where it's like an indoor scuba place and it's like you can dive down 200,000 feet.
Yeah, I need to do that. It's nuts, though. The fucking flipper is a game changer.
I know,
Anyone who's never
you're
used it
cutting
before.
right through the water. Because then we talk about it. I'm thinking like, what do you mean? You keep saying you're not using flippers right. How do you use them? Yeah, I never thought to like flip my leg. I just kind of use my legs like scissoring.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was all in the ankles.
Yeah, it's weird.
You just little knee movements, little ankle movement. You fucking. I did not realize that's how it worked. It's awesome though.
And you used to think I was a little bitch for rocking the flips.
Yeah, I did. But you
The
know what we
flip
gotta
the
get now?
flippers?
Actually, we gotta get the shark ones with the
I know,
gloves and
man.
they squirt the water out of the side.
That you need that. You need a little fin on my back.
Yeah.
The dorsal fin. It could be. It's one of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a dorsal fin.
Need that. Need the goggles that have the little shark on the side of them.
You know what's crazy actually being out there the first night because it was still dark and everything and we had the fucking the little vacuum thingy.
Yeah.
I was convinced there's a shark swimming around
Yeah,
us a few times.
Or at the very least a stingray or something.
Yeah, it's something that could hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a thing I wanted to talk about. Fucking, I was never an outside person.
Right. You
Our
were an
entire
indoor
life,
cat.
Yeah.
Now you're an outdoor
Yeah,
cat.
our entire lives grew up. You'd want to go outside and play catch, and
Right.
I'd be like, dude,
Exactly.
we're
You
done.
were that guy. Even though we just saw that video the other day, and it said how it showed two guys playing catch, and the one guy, like the third guy at the camera, says, "You guys want to stop playing? Are you at that point of playing catch where you both want to stop, but you're too much of a man?" too much of a man
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard
to
you the
say,
first
let's
time.
stop the catch? And they're like, yeah, I want to stop half an hour ago. And they stop playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have that
You
program.
didn't have that, Gene. No.
Yeah, I just decided after 5 minutes that's enough.
5. For 5 tosses. At the very least, Alex, you're telling us 5 tosses back and forth for a total of 10. No. 5 total. You're telling me it's an odd number of who gets to do what? That's my big brother.
Didn't matter what time of year it
Nope.
was, what time of day,
The weather,
weekend,
no.
weekday.
Whatever Robbie had going on, didn't matter. No matter what. I don't want to play catch.
Didn't matter if it was
Why would
a
I play
football
catch?
or a baseball.
Nope. I don't play catch.
Point is though, so I never liked any of that shit. Since dabbling a little bit with the Kush, man, I love being outside.
It's weird, isn't
It's
it?
so nice. I could have stayed in the pool for hours. It's
except
I love
for
except how scary it gets with the
except
Wendigos.
for the last 4 times we've gone swimming.
Well, it's because it gets
You're
scary.
running
It's
out of the
raining.
pool.
Dude, it was terrifying. I thought we were going to have a Mr. Nightmare situation right now.
I know,
Some
man.
guys would be standing in the
the
court with the yellow
rain did
eye.
add a lot to. We didn't mention that raining in the nighttime sky,
With the darkness and the
surrounded by a forest.
and Wendigos.
That's the real scary fact. It's for a fact. And not to mention, there's bats flying overhead.
Yeah, and
That
frogs.
doesn't sound so luxurious, actually.
Yeah, it's actually
Frogs,
not fair before
bats,
huge
a
con
forest,
actually.
Yeah,
And everyone knows Wendigos love water. They're always
Exactly.
swimming in water.
apparently so are frogs.
And those frogs are.
What were you saying the other
Plotting an
day
attack.
about? You said you just had these you sometimes you'll find yourself you'll be in a room. The next thing you know, you're lying on the ground. You wake up lying on the ground. You talk about you have these visions of you killing frogs in corners, ripping them apart and laughing.
That's
Remember
not
you were
all what I
saying that
said
to
the
me?
other day.
Remember you the other day?
That's not
talking
all
about
what I said
how
the
you
other
used to
day.
somebody eating frogs and tearing off their legs and stuff.
Not all what I said.
Yeah, you did. You were talking about that. Remember?
No.
A big
No.
blood-filled
No,
smile,
that's not all what I said.
yellow
Shut up.
eyes.
No, shut up. So the skimmer has the weird thing in the bottom, which I don't understand the purpose of that. So you can't even see what's going into the skimmer. So
You know what's
can't-
funny?
What?
There's no way for me to circle back to this. I might as well just interrupt you. Halloween Town. It's not even funny. It's not even a joke. I just couldn't help when I started talking about the frog. I made a slight little tongue thing for a second. I thought of the fucking idiot dad. Yeah, exactly. How funny is that?
His name's Alex.
Alex, I
think.
know, dude. This is my dad, Alex. No, that's a frog. He dressed up as a fucking frog for Halloween. That's crazy. No, I've been alive for 25 years. I've never seen anyone dress up as a frog.
Except frogs. If you
They
see
are-
anybody just as a frog, that's how you know.
No, okay. Whenever you see a frog dressed up, I already said it. Okay, when you see a frog dressed up, he's wearing a top hat
Oh, yeah.
and a button up with tails. I'm sorry, a blazer with tails and a cane.
It's funny bringing up Halloween Town. When we were actually in the pool the other day, you did the 2 guys at the bus station. Do you remember that or no?
He was at the bus station.
All right, forget it. What was I trying to tell a story about? Are you serious?
I don't know.
I had a story I was trying to tell.
What were you
For
trying
once
to
I have a
say?
story.
Say it.
Oh, the frogs thing's fucking stupid.
No,
isn't it?
yeah, you were talking about eating frogs and killing frogs.
No, I'm not going to tell this. No
Say
one
it.
wants to hear the story. It's not a good idea.
Tell the fucking story.
So you can't see the skimmer. I put the rebar because these guys love rebar. They're building the pool. Rebar as far as the eye
rebar
can
this,
see.
rebar that, rebar
Because-
vafangool.
The salt guy is in a drought, but the rebar guy
Yeah.
is a good year for
Primo
rebar.
stuff, yeah. Guys, you should invest in rebar.
Oh.
Buy in.
I saved the frog,
Yeah.
and I told the story about the book I was reading where the
Right.
character gets possessed and he's torturing frogs. That was
Yeah.
the thing. I didn't
You
say I have
explained
dreams
it
about
way
it.
more in depth. You
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like,
Because then I bent down and showed you how he's doing with his nails and everything, and he crouches down like
you little
the
frog eater, you.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't say I was doing it though. Well, actually, I guess there's actually one positive that came out of that story I mentioned earlier. That was all circumstance related.
Right.
It was not my fault at all. It was all circumstance.
Right. When you didn't get any.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Is this the same place where you got invited over to have fruit and you ate a whole strawberry, top included? It's one and the same.
the reason I thought that was such a short shot, me going to that party before I
Right.
embarrassed myself, was because of the successful strawberry story I
Right.
just alluded to.
Where you ate the green part.
And I was
You're
like,
this is
I
a
never
new
had
fruit. I don't know how to
strawberry
eat
before.
this.
I've never seen such a thing.
Right.
Fucking yeah. So I was at that thing,
Right.
and I was the most charming son of a bitch
Right.
that ever
Sure.
lived. I had everybody in the palm of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And that girl did have a hot mom.
Right.
She fucking loved me and would have loved it if I actually was with her daughter.
Right. She
So-
would have fucking held her legs open.
Exactly.
She would have guided it in.
Yeah, I
Very
had the
maternally.
A-OK from her.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, though, if I didn't blow up the first story,
Right.
I didn't blow up. The circumstances
Right.
led to be an issue.
Mhm.
However, I guess the one silver lining was the mom was always like, hey, you want to come over anytime, hang out, blah, blah, blah. Like, the mom
Right.
wanted me. So that's pretty cool.
You ever close that one?
No.
Nice.
No, I did not.
That's
I actually had one time where the mom invited me to go swim. She said her family was over, and it was just all of her friends, and I just didn't know anybody, so I swam in the corner. Then
that was when you went over there, and she was like, "Oh my god, I forgot you were coming over," and she did the famous like, "Oh, I'm swimming with no top on, let me cover up."
this is definitely where I parked my
kidding.
car.
What actually happened is, remember that one time you went over to your friend's house, and is this back when you worked at that fry cook job where you were wearing the pirate's hat
Yeah, that was
and like the whole pirate
senior
outfit?
year, yeah.
Yeah, and you walked into and then you got caught in the bathroom like whacking off.
Yeah, I don't have to tell that story.
To
So
them
that's
in the
pretty
pool.
embarrassing. Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah, she caught me.
Yeah. And then like I heard that you also went back there like the other day and you hooked up with that other girl and like everyone was like, "Yo, Damone's a monster," and then you like, you thought you were like Sting and you douched down in 5 seconds like Chemical Murray.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was you, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was after the first couple experiences.
Yeah.
I toughened
You got a lot
up
of tough stories about pools.
Yeah, pools actually a lot of cons to pools.
Yeah.
It's not all
And
fun
that
and
one
games.
time you were in the ocean, which was really just life's pool. And you were with your at the time girlfriend, and she was like, "Yeah, I could fuck my boyfriend. I could just go fuck my brother."
No, I actually don't remember that one.
You don't remember that
No,
one?
that one actually didn't happen to me. That must have been someone else. That must have been happening to you actually.
No, dude, this is literally your story. What are you
No,
talking
I
about?
never heard this story before.
Are you seriously denying this?
This must be your story.
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you denying this because
Oh,
you're
oh,
lost?
hold on, I'm
Hold
sorry.
on. Are you
No,
denying
no,
this
no,
because you're lost, or you're denying this as like a bit?
No, I was lost. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, you're right.
This is
100%
this
happened
is
to me.
entirely your story.
Yeah, no, you're right. And you know
I
what
thought you had a fear of water, and then you're passing this shit off onto me. You're giving me that.
Dude,
Don't
I'm
you
sorry.
put that on me, Robbie?
I didn't know we were talking about for a second. Yes, that did in fact happen.
Yeah, great, that happened. How we talk about it?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So.
That's why Robbie. This is why Robbie, like Jason and Freddy versus Jason, has a fear of water.
Yeah, I have a fear of water because I never liked the beach.
Right.
I
hate the beach.
I hate the sand. It gets everywhere.
Right.
And pretty girl decides to convince me that I should go to the beach with her and her family.
Charisma Carpenter.
Yeah, the one and the same.
Yeah, the one and only.
And so I go to the beach, and I notice.
You know what's
so with
funny?
her whole.
The other day when we were playing Val, Nate I came back from like getting a drink or something, and he was just singing, "Let's go to the beach, let's go." And he was just fucking have a Bud Light. Bad bitches like me are hard to come by with Patroni. I was like, "What the fuck?" Sorry, continue. So you hate the beach?
So it's just her family on the trip.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of nervous because.
And you're thinking that's great. No competition. Nobody to worry about.
That's
just
what
her
I
family.
did. Well, I was nervous because it's a trip with her family, and she's one of 5, and like,
Right.
the whole clan
Serious,
was coming
yeah.
over. But yeah, I'm thinking there's no competition.
Exactly.
It's got that
It's just her
going for me.
family.
Yeah. Well, I know she wanted to fuck her brother.
I know, dude. What a plot twist.
Big plot
The next
twist
time
indeed.
on Arrested Development.
Yeah, that really kind of fucked up the whole vacation. That's why I hate swimming.
But you hate swimming, man. That's why your ears get clogged.
I can't
So
go
you
unless
can't
I'm high
breathe through
now.
your
I'm too
nose.
scared.
You
Yeah,
get too
exactly.
angry.
My body shuts down. It brings back memories of the time that my girl tried to fuck her brother.
Do you ever?
I think I tried passing on to you because it was just traumatizing.
I
I was
that,
just
yeah.
blocking it out.
Exactly. It's like, dude, remember that time where you fucking that time you just shit yourself and threw up everywhere? Like, that was you. It's like, oh fuck. Did you remember the time that's the same trip where you then like got drunk, broke through the table, had a huge fight, said, "I know you want to fuck him," and everything else, right? You confronted her.
Honestly, close. We went to a fucking bar, and
You
I
danced
did
too hard,
dance.
right?
Yeah, I did dance too hard.
Exactly,
Apparently
dude.
That pissed her off.
Because you know why? Because she was self-conscious about how bad of a dancer she was.
Yeah, had to have been. She was
and you were
threatened.
out there just straight up fucking making all eyes on you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She had to finish her drink first. So I thought I was being playful and finish her drink on her. And that
For
was
her,
the biggest
how
mistake.
dare you? I know.
Biggest mistake I could have possibly made.
Because essentially your girlfriend was Sammy Sweetheart, and you ronned it up.
Yeah,
Ron, why'd you do that?
Yeah, and then some guy started flirting with her. This time it wasn't her brother, so I
Right.
had actual competition, I guess,
Right.
for a second. And then,
You fucking one shot, you knocked him out.
yeah,
Nice.
one shot, it knocked him out. Then the cops came and arrested
Right.
me. And then
Nice.
someone punched her in the face.
Yep.
And it was a big fucking mess.
Yeah, and then you were in jail, and then like your roommates overslept and didn't get you out of jail right when they could have at 6 a.m. So you had to stay in jail until
It was
like
the best day of my life.
Exactly. Yeah, I can understand why you'd be scared of water. Makes more sense than it did in Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, what was his dumb excuse? He drowned?
Yeah, I guess. That'd probably be a pretty good reason.
I had real trauma.
Exactly. You didn't get pussy in the water. You didn't get
Pussy
any
in the water
play.
that time, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get any play in the water.
Didn't
You,
get any action that other time.
You didn't get any action in the water. You didn't get any trim in the water. You didn't get any. You didn't get any. You didn't get anything in the water, really.
You know who did? Fucking brother did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's really the moral of the story. Don't go swimming with your girlfriend or brother.
Right. Pretty much. It's pretty. Yeah. Honestly, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon. Fuck it. I like women.
There's an audition at noon. You want to try? I want to see you again.
We'll see how it goes.
What? The audition?
Bye, Chiquita. Bye, little sucker. Bye, little insect. Bye, little fly. Bye, little tiny insect. Bye, sucker.
Psych. That's interesting. So you have to make that noise even when so just to clarify, you did the noise 3 minutes ago. I recorded some nonsense, right? And then I immediately hit record again. You had to do a second one of
we're
those.
recording?
Oh, is this?
I didn't know we were doing that.
Now? Oh, okay, yeah. Do I need to put the headphones on?
That's up to you, really.
Are you gonna put the headphones on? I am gonna put the headphones on. Yeah, I'm also. Yeah, I will also put the headphones on.